Hello, friends. Welcome back. I'm going to start a consulting series for evaluating the Y Combinator Summer 20 startups. To start with, today I'm starting with Warmly. So, it should be really warm to start with, so I'm starting with Warmly. Okay, so looking at this startup, this is the website getwarmly.com. It is being founded by five ex Googlers: Max, Wall, Karina, Alan, and I've talked to well, and these guys are really, really good and really cool. Let's elaborate and understand what their idea and what their value proposition is. Right now, they're having a 12 people team and one intern, and see how they are moving ahead in this race of startups. So their website is getwarmly.com. As they said, yes, you can get warm qualified leads every week. So all you need is Warmly sends you weekly a list of warm leads by finding your users and prospects when they move to a new company. So basically, their value proposition directly says that they will keep track of your people who change the company and will make new prospects out of it. It's a very good value proposition. How they are doing, let's try to figure out. So Warmly will help you quickly ID new high probability qualified leads. This is not giving a bigger clarity. Save accounts before they churn. Yes, the best thing is they are trying to avoid is the churn rate in any startup. Churn is basically once a person subscribes, a paid subscriber, if he leaves using, he doesn't turn around to resubscribe your product, then it's called churn. Cross sell into departments. Leverage your customers from warm intros. So yes, for getting new referrals, yes, always your existing customers helps you effortlessly track down your customers. So they have created a system where you can effortlessly track down the customers. Right now, they are only supporting Salesforce and HubSpot. Now, coming for the sales whom they are targeting, they have actually mentioned it very well that for sales ops and customer success, this is because the generally leads are beneficial only for the salespeople. They have to convert the leads into subscription and get revenue for the company. So for them, if somebody's changing the company, yes, new email ID is what they actually needed. So they have some customer. That means they have some good paying customers too. It feels like okay. And the mobile website is also pretty cool. The only thing I found was there was a request at bottom and there was a request at top. And during while I was scrolling, it was there should have been one more demo in between here, so that if people like somebody can immediately click on the demo. Now, going with let me show you the product also. So I had integrated my own HubSpot with it. So pretty simple dashboard they have created out of it. So they said once I have uploaded all my data here and let me check if there any. So all my CRM data is here, and they will know they say that okay, there has been no notification of job change or something like that. If something will come, they will also email me. So let's try to find out whether what kind of value proposition they are into and what benefits they can get out of it. So I'm making this video on Warmly. So as you see, the website presentation just we show that yeah, the info and diagrammatic single page website is what everybody needs. Their offering get new leads every week was on the top page and was clearly mentioned. What are they helping with? Very generic and like the proposition, the four things that we saw on the page, it was very generic. It could have been, kind of more specific here because this is what you want people to know more once they scroll down. So here I would say they need to work it out a little bit. Next comes this stopping before churn is the key strategic target. Yes. So what problem they want to solve in the industry for the salespeople is how to stop churn or how to decrease the churn rate. So their target user, yes, they have properly defined in the website sales and customer success. They have shown good testimonials, looking like yes, people have benefited, and showing benefited customers always helps others to motivate to buy a product. Now, request demo was only twice, top and bottom. At least one or more demo should be added so that while you're somebody looking from your mobile, they can easily press and book the demo. Now, what problem statement they are trying to solve is? So, basically, the problem statement they are trying to serve around is the tapping the churns, either due to change in company or change of department in that organization or due to dissatisfaction with the product. So, identifying the reason is also one of the key aspects when you want to tap that why your subscriber has left your subscription and is not showing willingness to again proceed. Now, getting new email ID when a person changes a new company to do a resale of the product is very important. So, how you tap once the person has left the company? It's very difficult to tap. You can only do a LinkedIn email, but what if the person doesn't check in LinkedIn email? So they have created an MVP. In the MVP, as we saw, that what they do is they are from your either HubSpot CRM or your Sales Cloud CRM. What they extract is name, email ID, position, company name, and LinkedIn URL if available of that person. If the your LinkedIn URL is not available, they will search it out in the LinkedIn and map the URL to that person's ID and as per the company name and the person's name, they will map that thing. Now they have created an algorithm to match the person with LinkedIn profile and check the role updates weekly and update in Warmly dashboard as well as email the sales team about the same. This is a very good idea. Like they what they you can't go and see all thousand people's email ID or LinkedIn profile and check okay whether this person has changed the company or whether he is doing something which you cannot know unless until somebody gives you an alert. Okay, this person has been updated or upgraded in his company profile or has changed the team in the same company or he has changed the company to altogether or he has been jobless. So get email address via permutation algorithm with new company name or data from sourcing companies. So they have also created some kind of a permutation algorithm like if the in the previous company your name was XYZ at the rate some name something name.com. So in the new company you will all try to keep the XYZ or you will try to make something out of your first and last name. So there are some 8 to 10 permutation combinations you can try out and definitely 95% chances are there where you can find out that email ID name. Now, who their target customer is? Yes, their target customer they are well defined. It is sales and customer success people in SaaS and product companies. But who are those sales and customer success people? Whom are they selling and what they are selling? So they could be a B2B subscription based sales people, means they are having a product which is directly selling to a B2B need and it's a subscription based. Another could be a B2B license based product or software. Means once you have sold the product, it's for the one time license, then you need to sell it for the AMC or for renewals to get the new updates. Next is a B2C2B. Now this is also premium category customer for selling this value proposition because for B2C means a business has got a lot of premium subscriptions. Now looking at the freemium subscriptions that okay if the bunch of the freemium people are coming from a single organization or a single enterprise, they can pitch directly to the enterprise, that is called C2B, and get the subscription, a paid subscription or a premium features for those consumers to use in the enterprise. Another kind of category market that they can tap is B2B2C. Now there are enterprise tools used by everyone in the organization. Like for example, when this pandemic hit, everybody in the organization needed something what is called like a video calling facility, like a WebEx or a Zoom or a GoToMeeting, whatever. So that was a B2B proposition. A company has a entire great need and they need to immediately buy in a bulk amount and give it to all the people. In this churn it is also very high because you have a competitors and you want to sell your product and always make sure that yes your product is resubscribed. Now coming to the product pricing and features, I talked to Val, the co-founder, And I came to know that right now there's no mention in their website, but yes, what they say is they have capped a monthly subscription of 600 US dollars for checking out 1,000 contact data, and there will be more price per contact data. So for 1,000 contact data per month, they will keep on checking their LinkedIn profiles so that they understand, okay, whether this person has got any upgrade or not. You will have to pay $600 for that part. The idea behind this is that 20% people either change job or get promoted in the company. So means your 1,000 contacts which you have, 20% people will change the kind of role. So you will get an opportunity. You get a one-fifth opportunity from your prospect leads to again repitch them. Let's imagine you only have 1,000 contacts. So in a year you will get update of about 200 people for role change or job change, and you can directly sell it to them. You can also get notified for single users in particular organization to increase the visibility of finding new customers in the same organization before it churns. So this is also one of the key aspects. When you see, okay, you have 10 enterprises where your product has been subscribed, but you see that it has an employee base of 10,000 people, but only 5 people are using, or 2 people or 3 people are using it. So it's time you should encourage those people to ask other people from their organization to subscribe. Otherwise, if these 2 3 customers are lost, your entry barrier gets lost in that enterprise. Also, users within the same organization who are in freemium to update for paid subscription. Yes, if you come to know that a large chunk of people is coming from a freemium category from the same organization, you can pitch it to the organization to upgrade to a paid category. So now coming to the part, is it cost to money? Now, all these things that I'm talking about, I have prepared a simplistic Excel sheet for that part. So I'll just show you whether it is a customer proposition or not. So assume that the number of prospects user data per month for the entire year on Warmly is 1,000. Means you only have 1,000 contact base, which is gonna stay for an entire year. It's all 12 months. It's gonna be just 1,000 database only. So there's a fact that 20% people either change job or get promoted every year. So out of 1,000 people, 20% is 200. Let's assume that 50% gets resell as they have used, but on reminder will resubscribe it. There are people who have affinity or love your product, but they forgot. Suddenly you send them an email reminder or you contact them, then they appreciate again to use it back. There are 50% chances. So out of the 200 prospect leads, you can again get 100 conversions. Again, out of this 1,000 database, 5% data shows single user from organization. So pitch for referrals in the same organization. As we were talking about that, yes, if you see, okay, there are some few organizations where few takers are there, you can ask them to give referrals. Referral program in the industry standard generally works 10%. So out of all the prospect leads, the sales which get converted via referrals is 10%. So even after 1,000 people or 1,000 databases, if you can ask 50 people to referral, you can get a 10%, means 5 people referral sales, direct referral sales. Now again, there is another category. Assume that out of those 1,000 database, your 80% leads are using freemium. Okay, so means freemium means like 800 people are just using it for free. But you can find out that, okay, there is a people who have already referred in each other, and by word to mouth publicity, they have got many people from the same organization using your product. Let's assume that 25% people out of these are coming from a bunch of organizations. Let's say 20 people from one organization, 20 people from another, 40 from another. So let's say 25% of 800, that is 200 people are coming from single institutions. So again, you can again pitch them directly. These are your product lovers. You can pitch them and ask them for referral sales, which can directly give you 10% referral sales, which means you can get more 20 prospects out of it or 20 sales out of it. So total resell leads that actually you can get is 100 plus 5 plus 20, that makes you 125. Since the monthly subscription is $600, so yearly it makes out to be into 12, that is $7,200. So cost of per lead from a database of 1,000 prospect leads is $57.6. So is Warmly cost to money? I would definitely say yes. Why? There is a reason. As Per industry's data, churn to resell conversion cost for any SaaS or product company is USD $150, and they are doing it at just $57.6. So I think it is a must buy product for anybody. Now coming to the funding and valuation, again touch base it. Now let's understand who should buy Warmly and what is the minimal viable segment Warmly must target so that they can immediately jump on their own sales. So companies whose product services are costed at USD 25 to $50 per month or are having annual subscription cost at 300 to $600. Means if you say 25 to 12, that makes $300, and 15 to 12 makes it $600. So if your product or SaaS is under this category of a monthly subscription price or annual subscription price, then definitely this way of uh, decreasing churn rate will help you a lot. But when should you buy this product? There should be a timeline, there should be a minimum database where you should buy this product. Otherwise, you have the salespeople to do and take care of this methodology. Customers should have at least 2000 prospect database. And to start with, they should at least have minimum 200 customers. Because if you have 200 customers, then only you can imagine at least 50% means at the end of the year, at least 100 people you need to churn back. So that at least you must have 200 customers so that you can even think of churn back. Now, who should not use it? This is a very, very critical aspect. Anybody who is having a subscription price above 50 USD or above 600 USD per year, they should not buy this product because the methodology they are using to reduce the churn will not work for this kind of product, because such kind of product range sales or is procured at a scale, and this or it has a very minimal penetration for a particular use case. For example, there is a project going in the company, so they need that product only for a particular period of time, so they will not resubscribe you. And again, if your product is having a subscription cost below $25 or is below $300 per year, then again this method will not work for you, because most of the products in below 25 USD per month are basically a kind of a B2C based product. And B2C based products always have an equivalent competitors with high churn rate in such market. So where you have a higher competition and you have a higher customer and a big customer base and with a high churn rate, this product will not help you to again resell back via just pinging the person that you have used the product. Will you like to use it again? Now, future and roadmap for this company, like where can Warmly go and how they can grow is something. Let's figure it out. So as you see, the this is the data I've collected from Statista. So the SaaS and product market is around USD 130 billion in 2020 and is fastly growing at a pace of 30% per annum and will be around 240 billion USD by 2025. And out of this, as I was talking of, the anybody who is under this category of 25 to $50 per month subscription, the this is for them. Almost two-thirds of the market size falls under this category only. This is the most comfort zone where a buyer and a purchase seller both are comfortable telling to each other and buying to each other. So yes, that market size itself has a $160 billion market. Now with the average company size of USD $10 million in this segment, almost 160,000 companies will be there who can be a potential paying customer for Warmly. So now imagine that with each company having an average lead data of 3,000 leads per year, Warmly has a market size of managing 3,000 into 160,000 companies. That makes 480 million LinkedIn profiles globally and tracking their roles for entire life. Means a person, if they have got the lead and they have got the LinkedIn profile, they can track it globally for so many people. So you can say it can become a next role level management company in future and can be a big competitor to LinkedIn himself. So if in 5 years Warmly can acquire at least 15,000 customers, that means just a 10% of what the actual market size is. The total database would be for around 48 million LinkedIn users. So with just 10% market acquisition, it will be like a 48 million LinkedIn users you're tapping and tracing their lifelong career map is a very, very big opportunity space which provides to Warmly. So what it gives them? So in coming years, Warmly can go up to, if we see a 5-year projection, if they can get up to 15,000 customers. So 15,000 into 600 is a monthly subscription with the 12 months. They can actually generate $108 million revenue and can get a valuation of $1 billion. So yes, I call it a unicorn idea, and data is the success. I'll come to a little back again and talk about um, funding and valuation. So currently, as I talked to Val, I came to know that they have raised 3 million USD in January 2020. So currently they are having a team size of 12 people. So company working out from California with folks from 3 to 10 years of experience. So yes, the engineering, the account, sales, administrative costs comes out to be around 150K per person. So it's like almost this 3 million raised, almost 1.8 million dollars will directly go into paying the salaries and other expenses of the company itself. Now coming to the customer acquisition cost. The average B2B customer acquisition cost takes around 2 months of subscription price. So for Warmly it is like $600, so they will cost them $1,200 for acquiring per customer. So if spent wisely in a year's time, with the remaining money out of $3 million, they have $1.2 million, and the if the per user acquisition cost is $1,200, they could actually get 1,000 paying customers in the first year itself. And I can assume with such a brilliant product and less competition, even the lifespan of a person can be assumed to be 1,000 days. That means 3 years. So Warmly can be evaluated currently if they acquire 1,000 customers in the first year itself. They could be 36 means 36 months, 3 years with 36 months, $600 per month is subscription, and 1,000 customers. So it comes out to be 21.6 million USD. So if anybody or whoever is the investor, if he has invested for a 15% stake at $3 million and the valuation comes out to be $21.6 million, it's a win-win proposition. And to become and to go to a $1 billion story, I think this is the roadmap Warmly should follow. They could have taken a seed of 3 billion USD with a 15% stake, getting them a valuation of $20 million from an angel investor. For the next year itself, they will have to immediately go with a Series A funding, which has to minimum most $12 million at a stake of 20% and getting a valuation of $60 million. They should always try to take it from a SaaS based investor. Why? I will discuss more about which type of funding and for what type of companies who should take it. I'll discuss in another video. But it's for right now. You can just note it down that yes, right now for them, Series A will be SaaS based investor because their early customers will again be a SaaS customers. So those who are having a big portfolio in the SaaS companies will directly provide them immediate customers to buy out. Then Series B has to be minimum $30 million, and they will have to again go immediately after a year by proving their metal into the sales capability. That time they will have to go into a high scale tech portfolio investor because they will be churning a lot of data every time. So what to do with the data? They need some high scale tech portfolio company who can give them more visibility and usability of the data sets. That's where they will make more money out of it. And for the Series C, they will have to wait for 3 years because that $30 million will ask them to prove a lot of MVPs and prove their metal in the market, where such even the competitors may come up in the market, and there could be a tight competition with the same market size and the same value proposition that come up. So for Series C, they might go in 2025 with a seven. They have to minimum target at 75 million USD. With a 22% stake, they could be evaluated at 350 million USD. That time, it could be a venture capital or hedge fund only who would be funding them. Post that, I don't find a value proposition where that they could get a Series D funding because this product or this idea with the data set or with the market size cannot exceed to that level. So if they come to a self-sustainable model, they can either go for an IPO with a 150 million USD, making their valuation of 1 billion USD, or they could be acquired by their competitors like LinkedIn or by high role all role based people who want to who are the high acquiring people, all like FB, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, or even their competitors HubSpot or Salesforce would be the most interested in buying that. So this chart actually had gone with the various calculations that I had made. I'll take one of the videos to tell you how these calculations and funding stakes can be projected with your idea as well as with the concept. So, thanks all for joining me to understand what and how Warmly is doing and what Warmly can do. So, all the best, Warmly, and all the best to your team. Looking